Let's get to know your Chromebook keyboard. All right, so this is what your keyboard looks like whenever you open it up. And you'll notice there is some slight differences that we're going to talk about in the course of this video. The first thing that I want to point your attention to is now you see a search bar here. What usually goes on here on the keyboard is a caps lock, so there's no caps lock button. If you would like to change the search button to be a caps lock button, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a little bit. But if you do press the search, what happens is the apps launcher is going to start, and you can either search from here, and you can go straight to websites, or you can search for the apps that you've saved. But that's what happens when you press the search bar. But in case you don't want to do that, and you want to change that to be caps lock, you're going to go down to your settings. So I clicked down on the shelf here, and then I'm going to click on my settings. And then I'm going to click on keyboard settings. And this is your search button. I want to change search to be caps lock, so I would click on the drop down box, find cap lock, click on it, and then I will click OK. And then I'll get out of settings. So now, when I press the search key, the box doesn't pop up anymore, and this actually changes to be my caps lock. So if I check down here and I click, it'll say caps lock is on. If I press the button again, caps lock is off. So that lets me know that I've changed it now to be a caps lock key instead of a search function. All right, so the next thing I want to point out is that there is no delete button. What you're going to see is a backspace button. And so what that does is there's a couple things that you can do with this. And let me open up a doc so that you can see what the backspace button does. So I've opened up a document, and I'm going to say, I am typing a sentence. I can use the backspace button as my delete. And if I wanted to delete an entire word, what I can do is hold down the Control key and press backspace, and then I would delete an entire word. And so that's how you're going to use your backspace as a delete button. Okay, so let's talk then about the keys that are on the very top row. The very first key that I want to talk about is this arrow. And what this arrow does is it will bring it to the previous page in your browser history. So I'm going to press the back arrow, and that brings me to the previous page that's in my browser history. Now, if I tap on the right arrow, that's going to bring me to the next page. So then back one, forward one. So all that do is just bring you back and forth through the pages in your browser. All right, so this next button is, what it does is that it reloads your current page. So if I tap that button on my keyboard, it reloads the page. This next button hides all the tabs and the launcher in full screen immersive mode. That's just a big old fancy way of saying that it's going to get rid of the tabs and everything and put the screen in full view. So I'll do that one more time. So this is how it looks like normally. And then now I'm going to press that button, and now I'm in full screen mode. All right, so the next button shows all the windows that you have open in overview mode. So I've opened up another window, not another tab, but a whole nother window. And if I press the button, then this shows me all the windows that I have open. and then I can quickly get to whichever window I would like to show. But I'll go back to my presentation. All right, so this next button will dim the screen. So if I keep tapping on that, the screen will get darker. And then if I tap on the other one, then it makes the screen brighter. That's your mute button. This will lower your volume. This button will raise your volume. And the last one here is your lock. So if you need to step away from your Chromebook and you want to put it in lock mode, you would press that one time. And then to get back onto your Chromebook, you would type in your password.